Yo, what's up guys? My name is Nathan Adams and I'm a singer-songwriter from Northwest London.
It's a shame that we keep going through this here. And I know I said I won't come back no more, but I'm here again, yeah. I wish I could find a way to stop myself, so that we can break the cycle and things can change.
Initially started singing in church when I was really young. The first song I ever wrote was for a girl in church. I wrote it when I was about 8 or 9 and I made a tape and I gave it to her. The first time I thought I could take singing seriously in terms of making it a career, I wasn't much older than 10, probably about 10. And we sang Joyful Joyful from the Sister Act movie. And I got to do the bit at the end of the where it does all the riffing and like a couple people in the audience were a bit crazy and I was like, yeah, I could do this for a living, I could do this for a career. This is kind of cool. I'm inspired by, first of all, real nice jazz chords, like really abstract chords. I really love that kind of sound.
I want it, I can, I need it, I love it, I can't control myself, I love it, I want it, I need it, I love it, I want it, I need it, I love it, I can't control myself.
I've been working with Dean Zephyr and Tribe since 2008 when the label started. My first release was their first release. The first song that we put out was Circles, which did very well on the underground soulful house.
Dean moved across the street from me. I was doing a lot of shows at the time. I did an EPK unsigned finalist in there, and I did the 291 show at Hackney Empire, which I won. But not winning EPK unsigned, I got a bit dejected for a minute. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of move on with the R&B thing that I was doing for a while. And I went like very heavily into live music. Like I got back together and started doing like weddings and looking for live shows and stuff. So one day we just happened to be rehearsing in my house. Dean, who had moved across the road from me a couple of days previously.
It was actually coming home one day from a gig. My children were playing outside and they were like, Dad, you've got to hear this singer across the road. You know, he's fantastic. I was listening to him all day. So I went, sat on his wall outside, and I heard this young kid singing away with a band in his front room. And as I was sitting out there, his mum came out and actually saw me sitting there and invited me in to come and listen.
My mum was just friendly like that, so she was like, he came over and was like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, my son's rehearsing with his band. Why don't you just go inside?
And when I went in, there was Nathan Adams there rocking out with his band. He was about 17 at the time and they just sounded amazing.
So me and the band is playing away, we look up and there's this dude just in my house. Like, what are you doing here? You know, like he just came in, he was like, yeah, sit down, listen. And he listened and he was like, yeah, you guys are tight, but this and this, I reckon like you could be a bit tighter, you lot need to come together a bit more. I'm like, who's this guy? Like just walking in my house and telling us we need to be tighter. So I said, okay, cool. And like I didn't play it off like that. I was like, okay, cool. So what do you do? He's like, I'm a producer. I was like, really? Okay, what do you produce? House. I was like, really? My brother is like so into house. My brother was my bass player at the time, so his ears just went ping. He was paying attention. I was like, okay, he does house. Well, now I want to see what you do now.
So yeah, we went in the front room and we hit it off. We were talking about music and everything, and then from there, within 1 week, we were in the studio recording.
So I went to the studio and I realized this guy was legit, like really legit. I was like, boy, I need to pay this guy. So yeah, that's how he met. He ended up moving across the road from me, heard us rehearsing, and came in to see what's up.
The main thing is what I noticed with Nathan was obviously first and foremost his voice. He's got an amazing voice. He's from the church background, so he's had the best training that you could have as a singer. But then on top of that, he's an amazing musician. He plays very well. So these are the things that really captured my attention, because I never knew much about his songwriting abilities. We was just kind of like jamming in the studio.
Nathan, when I hear him sing, he has a very unique, distinct tone. His vocal tone stands out from just about any other male vocalist I've ever heard before. And it's very soulful. That's pretty much the best way I could describe him. I could tell that he's singing from his heart. He's reaching from deep inside his gut when he sings. And that really comes out in the song Just Another Person.
If there was a neo soul sound to house music, it would be Nathan. I mean, he has a beautiful texture. His tone, his melodies are very unique, and he really touches your soul with his music.
I would describe his vocal talent as exquisite. He has a great creativity with harmonies. A really sultry voice, and he's a great songwriter for me. He can really come up with really meaningful stories. And it shows that he's a trained musician. So it's great to have that level of musicality going on, in any project.
As we started to record songs, I was, listening to the lyrics that this young boy was making. At 17, he was singing about, seems like he got me going in circles, and I was just like, what's this young kid know about circles? In relationships, and holding on, and love of my life, and they were very mature, well thought out lyrics. From once we'd kind of like recorded 3 or 4 songs, I knew there was an album in Nathan. Just from his songwriting abilities alone, you'd want to hear what this young man had to say.
This project was exorcism. It was venting. It was very venting. Basically, I was just getting out everything that I wanted to say, that I couldn't say, or that I hadn't said. Just in life in general. Like not through music, but in life, just the way I was feeling. It was a good vent.
This album has been a long time in the making, and bless Nathan, he's been very patient with it, because we wanted to get it right. I wanted to present him to the market in the right way, with bringing more producers on board, and the right producers, the right names that could really take what he does with his vocals and his songs and take them to the next level. That enabled us to kind of like bring Louis Vega, Black Coffee, Sean McCabe, Josh Milan, DJ Spinner, Ezel, bring all these this wealth of talent and songwriting and production abilities to the project, to develop and make something that was magical.
A lot of the songs I've heard him write are more love songs, so they're really, they're a little deeper, and a lot of people can relate to them as well. They're not too deep that you don't get it, it's just, but it's, it really, he really has a connection with love songs. And when he wrote Fallen, I was blown away, and Fallen was the song that we collaborated on. I sent him a track. I actually sent him 2 tracks. I sent him a track at first, and it had a lot of changes in it. So, to Giant Step. Giant Step, John Coltrane classic, it has a lot of changes. And when you tend to, when you're writing a song, you need to, me as a producer, I maybe I didn't give him enough room. So I went back in and I kind of spread out the chords a little, and he just tore it up. He came back with the song. He didn't even have to change anything. It's usually when I'm co-writing or collaborating, from the title of the concept of the song to the melody, to having a catchy enough hook. I grow through all those stages with whoever I'm collaborating with him. With him, it was really easy. He came back with a song I loved. I loved what it was about. And the melody was just right on top of the track. So I went back in and I just said, give me a couple more, background runs in the vamp, and I mean, it was perfect, So I went in and just kind of arranged a few things, and he pretty much got it right in the pocket.
I'm glad that the album is finally out and people are able to hear it and just see the work that we've been doing, because it has been a hot minute since we've been working on it. In ways, I'm glad it took so long, because now I really feel that it charts a journey rather than just like it sounded like we did it in like 6 months and then we just put it out. Like, I feel you can hear the growth in the songs. You can hear like the difference in a good way, obviously, but you can hear like the growth from when we started it to some of the songs towards the end. Like, you can hear the growth in what I've been doing. In the next 5 years, I expect to see myself crossing genres, because as a musician, I'm not bound by any specific genre. Even though R&B was like my first love and like I'm a soul baby, there's the sky is the limit, really. There's nothing I can't really try. And like I said, as a musician, I do expect to be crossing those boundaries and trying other things. My message to any up-and-coming artists is, first of all, stay true to your sound, because your sound is what makes you you. It's what's going to make you special. Like, you can try and be like everyone else, but there's always a million people who are trying to sound like everyone else. So you're not going to stand out trying to be like everyone else. Be yourself. It is what's going to make you special. And also, just perseverance at what you're doing. It may take long. It's probably going to be hard. But if you keep pushing and you keep working at it, you're definitely going to see some kind of results. And if it's not the results you want, then it will at least show you what you need to do to get the results that you want, but you're definitely going to get something back out of it. So if it's what you love and it's what you really want to do, just keep working at it, keep pushing, and you will see results.